Hello to all my friends and family, and welcome to this episode of Jim's 5am Club. It's a bitterly cold spring day here in Sydney town, unseasonably cold and a little bit uncomfortable. I'm wearing 3 layers of clothes today and still can feel the chill of the breeze all the way through to my bones. What I'd love to do today is to go through another book, and the book that I've selected for today's episode is entitled Dirtbag, Billionaire, a book that was published on the 2nd of September 2025 by an author who goes by the name of David Gelles. David Gelles delivers a vivid and nuanced portrait of a man named Yvon Chouinard, who is the founder of Patagonia. Patagonia has long been one of the most talked about companies when it comes to blending environmental values with business success. But this book doesn't shy away from the contradictions, trade-offs, and complex decisions behind the clean image. Gelles gives us access to key moments, internal debates, and personal choices that shaped both the founder and the company. Patagonia's story, as told here, is one of an outsider, a dirtbag climber who loved nature first and then built a business from necessity, not from ambition. Chouinard made gear because he needed better tools for his climbing, not because he set out to build an empire. Over time, that small, scrappy repair and innovation ethos became a billion-dollar business. Most strikingly, late in his life, he gave the company away in a trust/non-profit structure so that its profits could be used to fight climate change. Gelles doesn't romanticize everything. He explores Patagonia's contradictions, selling clothes, using synthetic materials, and balancing profit versus environmental harm. Chouinard's absences as a leader and the difficulty of holding ideals in a large, complex organisation are key considerations. And what emerges is not a perfect business, but a business trying to do and be better. And the lessons lie in that particular struggle. So let's step through these messages, these lessons, and see what we can incorporate into our inventory of skills, knowledge, wisdom, and potential power. And the first key message to come from this book is where we look at purpose over profit, or at least purpose mixed with profit. Chouinard's journey shows that you don't need to abandon purpose for profit. Patagonia was built to be profitable and meaningful. The ideal is indeed messy, but the possibility exists. Leading with values requires a number of difficult and very hard choices, whether it was pulling harmful products, critiquing the norms of business, or eventually giving away ownership. Each decision had its costs. Real ethical business means choosing in tension, which is a nice way of putting it. We also learn that innovation often starts from personal need. Shunyad was able to build what he needed for his climbing lifestyle: better gear, better clothes. That scrappy, need-driven innovation laid Patagonia's foundation. It speaks to building from what you know and what matters personally to make sure that you stay on track. Another key learning from this book is to understand that contradictions don't disqualify you. Patagonia is not perfect. There are contradictions: clothing consumption versus climate activism, scale versus environmental footprint, etc., etc. And what we learn is that what matters is recognizing them, trying to improve, and being transparent and honest at the same time. Perfection isn't required for meaningful impact. Another key message coming from this particular book is that we look at the concept of giving back and a thing called sustainable ownership. One of the most radical acts was Shunyad's decision to restructure Patagonia so that its profits are used for environmental good rather than just private wealth. It's a model others could indeed learn from. We also look at culture and worker well-being and how they matter. Patagonia's internal culture, care for employees, willingness to pay attention to how product designs affect the natural world, and the constant attention and tension with growth and profit pressures. It's through these tensions that we learn and show that culture isn't just nice to have, but central to a key and an important mission. We also learn that long-term thinking absolutely beats instant success. Shunyad didn't build Patagonia for fast wins. He built it for the long haul. He built durable products. He appreciated slow growth and invested in environmental responsibility before it was popular, and ensuring that the mission ended up outliving him. So in summary, if you ever wondered whether doing business and doing good are mutually exclusive, this book offers a powerful answer that they can exist and they can coexist at the same time, though it isn't easy. It's especially relevant now when many people, customers, founders, and workers are pushing for business with purpose, businesses that are sustainable, and ethics, not just businesses that pump out profits. And the story of Patagonia and Shunyard doesn't give a perfect blueprint, but what it does do is it gives hope, challenge, and many concrete examples of how to try to shape a better way of doing business in the world today. So thank you very much for joining me on this episode of Jim's 5am Club, where we've taken yet another journey where we've partnered together for personal growth through OPE, other people's experiences. I look forward to coming to you again from another place where we can showcase the beauty of this city, this country that we live in, and hopefully overlay it with a message of empowerment. Wishing you all the best, Yassas, and bye for now.